Hey there, thanks for tuning into Duckbricks. I'm Chris, and the Faber contest about Rebel Nature is wrapping up. If you don't know what this is, recently we launched a brand new creative contest meant to celebrate BIONICLE co-creator Christian Faber's brand new IP, Rebel Nature. And now the votes have been cast over in the community tab, and I am incredibly excited to announce the winners. Once again, every single person who entered this contest will receive a participation prize of Christian Faber drawing your entry, which to me is one of the coolest things ever because you actually get your entry drawn by somebody who is legendary in the LEGO and fan community for creating some of the most iconic sketches and drawings for LEGO ever. In fact, he sketched out what would eventually become this world of BIONICLE. So getting that just for participation is awesome. But of course, we do have some physical prizes as well. Sealed BIONICLE vintage sets direct from Christian's collection, brand new signed items, and so much more. So let's dive into my look at the finalists right now as we announce the winners of the Rebel Nature Community Fan Contest. So we are here with the absolutely legendary Christian Faber. Thank you so much for taking the time to hop on call and hop on. And of course, we are here to go through all of the incredible finalists of the Wavebuilt Fan and Contest and take a look at the top 3 winners. So as we jump in here, any thoughts, anything you want to say to the community who've been following this contest for this past couple of months now that we've been running it?
I think this has been the high point of the whole journey for Rebel Nature because seeing everybody sort of jump in with their own sort of imagination and grabbing onto this the world where I think the most fantastic place on the planet Earth is beneath the waves, and all the different life forms that crawl out of the ocean. And I see that you and they're focusing, David Attenborough focusing on the ocean. We really need to focus on this amazing place that's the whole foundation for life. So seeing all your amazing ideas where you are looking at a bit into the future, some of them straight ahead into the future and some of them in sort of a longer term. But I think they have a saying, if you care about something, you will protect it. And I think this could be a move towards caring about the ocean and also the deep of the ocean, because basically we crawled out of there many years ago, and we need to see it as our birthplace almost. So yeah, it's amazing, and I love this community. is so rewarding, and everything, all the comments that come in when I post about this, it gives me so much hope for how we can build this story world. So yes, I'm so extremely happy that we got this up and running, and that you all went in there. So thank you also, Duckbricks, for hosting this whole thing, and I hope our creative journey is just getting started with this.
From there, Christian and I got a chance to go through every single one of the many finalists in the rounds for Rebel Nature's final contest bracket. And you can check out that full clip on Christian's own YouTube channel, The Quest for Future Creativity, which should be launching around the same time as this video. Of course, for here, we are going to focus on the winners, the top 3 finalists that stood out amongst the rest of the competition. But first, it's time to take a look at all of the prizes, because each of the top 3 winners will receive a set of unique prizes, and let's recap those right now. Third place winner will receive one of those BIONICLE 2001 sealed mystery mask packs, which you signed the last time I was back in Denmark, so that's going to be amazing. They'll also get the third pick of a signed BIONICLE comic, which of course has those logos and all those fonts that you did, signed by you. Thank you so much. Second place, we get the same thing as well as a sealed Maku promo poly bag. It was from the original McDonald's BIONICLE launch. It was the Tohunga Maku signed by you, which came directly from your collection as well. So thank you, Christian. And then finally, first place will receive the mask pack, a comic, as well as a sealed copy of the Tahahu and Takua GWP signed by both of us, which was your idea. We should use that as one of the prizes for this contest, of course. And then finally, you are also going to get an Oh, yep, that one right there. And finally get a sealed copy of the G1 Borak Tanakh 2002 set, which is from directly the materials sent to you by Lego, and now it's signed and going back out to the community. So really,
perfect.
Thank you for the prizes. Thank you for everything you've done to make this a reality.
And basically, just to say, when we get the posters up and running in the store on the website, which is opening very, very soon, we are working on it, but there's going to be a store in there, and I really want to get some of those posters with signing, Rebel Nature posters with all the original images. We really want to send them out to the winners, maybe all the competitors of this, to really sort of highlight how amazing your all these ideas have been. So that is when that poster production is coming up and running, and we're gonna try to put all these suggestions out on that website as well, so you would have access to seeing how this evolved. Hopefully we will come into that, but you will hear more about that later.
Absolutely. We'll see what we can do to make it happen. And of course, we do have that idea as well for you to draw out some of the entries in some form throughout the course of Rebel Nature. So stay tuned for that, because that's going to be a really, really cool project for you to work on. But I think we're ready to jump into third place. We have, drum roll please, that is The Wandering Garden by Flying Imagination. This is that massive cargo container ship full of trees overgrown by life. I mean, again, as I was saying, it feels like it belongs in the world of Rebel Nature. There it is. So incredible. Congratulations to Flying Imagination for third place. Any final thoughts you want to say to Flying Imagination, the creator of this build, to congratulate them on this third place win?
I'm quite sure that this is going to be in some form in the story later on. And it's gonna be, it's gonna have your name on it. It could be funny to put that, as a tribute. If we have a container ship or we have containers, I would put your signature on the side of that. If we have a film or a game coming out, so if you see yourself sort of coming into this as brands or as ideas or as characters, don't hesitate to ask for big, connection to this competition. This is like, I see it as a big buffet of ideas that can be used across the community, and hopefully starting up this whole world in the most multiple way. So amazing! I love this.
I love it. That's so special that you're even going to factor in, hey, Flying Imagination is a pretty good name for a seafaring vessel. So I can even see it being the name of one of the cargo boats.
Yeah.
But now we'll move on to the second place winner of this contest. And we have The Bright Island by Wizards Only. And congratulations to me. This is perfect because it is, again, it's taking in inspiration from those early renders that you worked on. It has Scraper holding the umbrella, like you said, you love so much, and it's taking your own characters and putting them in such a creative setting, turning things upside down where the only place for life to grow is in the shadows. And you have that kind of depicted here. Any thoughts you want to say to the winner of this one?
I want this on my wall, and it's in some way what I really love is the storytelling. It brings emotion, and this thing about the big creature trying to protect the small creature, and the big creature is basically the big machine that can sustain or sort of it can survive anything, and then they're in this really dangerous spot, and this way of technology helping. I think it's the way of BIONICLE should be, because basically giving your best to your next of kin or next of machine, I think is what our future is about. So, you protect what you love, and that's what we should do about. We should rebel for nature, and that is what the name contains. So I think this is what the machines can do, coming the other way, because we are building stuff that we maybe shouldn't build, and we have conflicts that we shouldn't walk into, But I think if we get the machines as our allies, we have a good hope for the future, I think. So this has this expression, I think.
I love it.
And the shadow can also be life supporting.
Exactly. It's so
cool.
All right. Well, now it's time for the big announcement. Who is the winner of the Rebel Nature Wavebuilt Fanon Contest? And that is the Collector Squid Octogear by Carol Baziaga. Congratulations. For me, it is so cool to see a digitally rendered entry be the winner of this contest for a number of reasons. For one, it's obviously Rebel Nature. We're building a digital world. That is exactly the kind of thing that we want to see with Rebel Nature. But it also really reminds me of some of those older Lego renders you used to work on, the way the shading is done. It feels like out of that era. And I feel like it is just so perfect when it is blending nature and technology. The backstory as well completely perfectly fits into the Rebel Nature world. And even mentioned the description, they were heavily inspired by a lot of your works, Christian, where they're trying to blend technology, nature, and humanity, where it's very close to art. And that's why they found in their model, they put in 2 small references to parts salvaged by the squid. If you really zoom in, you can see PRN3 Verne, which is a reference to, of course, Jules Verne. And of course, Big 21 can also be found in small text on the panels there, which of course is a reference to your own projects in the past. So that's super special. Clearly, the creator of this model is a big fan of yours and a big fan of Rebel Nature. And what do you have to say to the winner?
I almost get a bit emotional, because one of the first film I remember seeing was, the Jules Verne's, where the big submarine is being attacked by the big squid. And that is a special effect before we had any computer graphics and so on. And when I see this creature, it reminds me of that. So in some way, that's even more full circle, because now it's a mechanical, has become the submarine, and the submarine has become the squid. And in some way, we are stepping beyond that, because, the squid and the octopus, the squid and the submarine needs to work together for the future. So where the squid and the submarine was in conflict and people was getting killed, what if this was actually the opposite? And then I know I get a bit sort of maybe what's it called, reaching for sort of higher meaning and so on, but in some way there is a higher meaning in this ending on the top, because it's the most dangerous alien creature you could imagine, and it looks like something you would fear and you would dream about or have nightmares about.
Yeah.
But if you could imagine that actually working for the good, I think it's also we need to accept nature in any kind of form and shape. Also, that an octopus is a friendly creature. We have seen all the enemies. We see the sharks as something that's going to kill us, but we're killing the sharks in much bigger numbers, and they are responsible for keeping the whole ocean, clean, and they're like the dark side of the whales. They're keeping the the population clean, which is nature's way in the right way. But that we see nature as bad and good is basically the wrong thing, because the balance, require both. And I think I want to say this word, which I saw Antonio Guterres from UN say, our biggest future enemy that everybody needs to fight. It has a name, and it's called greed. Greed is what Rebel Nature is also about, because all the stuff that's happening that is bad in Rebel Nature is actually born by greed. So the brittle stars that are responsible for all the stuff that's happening here are born by that, wanting more, wanting bigger, wanting, not seeing the balance as the goal. It would be like a surfer that's, skipping the wave to get to the beach as fast as possible. What's the idea about it being a surfer? We need to be, the process needs to be what we are aiming for, not the price at the end.
Yep.
And if we're constantly talking price, and more, and we are never being satisfied in any way.
Yep.
I think that's what we're fighting against with all the media and all the consumption we have. I think art and creativity is a perfect thing for having more, because the more you do, the more there is.
Yeah.
So that is the most sustainable thing we can do. And then, of course, make the past a present for the future. And this model has that exactly in the core, because it's the Jules Verne story made into a present that we can give to the future.
I love it.
So fantastic. This has been the greatest walkthrough and the greatest competition I have ever been part of. And of course, I haven't sort of given the inspiration to a lot of them, but of course, BIONICLE, you can say, in some way has inspired a lot of competition. But this has sort of this is like a high point for me, definitely.
I'm so glad, Christian, and I'm glad we got to take the time to go through all the finalists, and on your channel as well. You went through every single entry and shared your thoughts, which is insane. And it's so special for everybody who submitted entries to actually see you comment on all of the entries. So if you submitted an entry to this competition, go check out Christian Faber's channel, linked below, where you can see his reaction to your entry, because he looked at every single one. And this is just the beginning. We have so many exciting plans, and I really want to see Christian Faber's next project, Rebel Nature, really take off and succeed. And this has been the first big step into making it a reality. I mean, this is more traction than we have ever seen for a long time.
Yeah.
I just want to say thank you so much to the community, to everybody who rallied and participated in this, even everybody who watched from the sidelines and voted and shared. Seriously, thank you so much, everybody. And Christian, thank you for working with me on this. It's been so much fun. I mean, if you were to go back in time and tell like 10-year-old Chris that he would get to work on a project with Christian Faber, he wouldn't believe you. It wouldn't even be in the realm of reasonability. So to have grown up, I mean, following your work really deeply. I mean, I remember like 14 years old, I was on your Faber Files website, and I had it.
Oh, wow.
It was my #1 bookmark website, because I'd refresh it every day to see what's
Oh, God.
And I mean, to go from there to actually meeting you and all of our journey together has been really amazing. So thank you so much. This is just the beginning, and congratulations to not just the winners, but congratulations to everybody who entered. Our hats are off to you. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
As we wrap up here, Christian?
Yes, I just want to say, if I had the new technology, which we are getting, Res would be in here, and she would actually say, look forward to seeing you in the future, because we can do that. We can make her come alive in Unreal and as a meta-human. So it's going to be so amazing, and I'm sure she's going to go out and see everything you have created, and we're going to try to get it into the story in some way, all your inspiration, and it's only where we start. So yeah, I'm lost for words. I've also talked a lot, but this is what it's all about. Thank you so much.
Thank you. We'll see you again very soon. Thank you so much for tuning in. Be sure to like and subscribe for even more Lego news, reviews, discussion, and analyses coming away very soon. And bye from now for both of us.
Bye-bye.